Hello everyone, we are at my buddy Michael's place to get an update on this awesome 1934 Dodge Brothers sedan. So he's gotten the seats out and gotten to look at the interior better, and tell us what you found.
Yeah, we got all the seats out here in the last few days, and it's incredibly solid. I mean, you just don't find cars of this age that have been sitting outside their whole life that are.
It's still got the insulation on
this
the back.
Solid. Yeah, I mean, even the wood looks to be the original wood that was under the driver's seat. Even that's not really that rotten. So of course all that'll be replaced, but
and the battery box, which is basically sheet metal, is all there. That in itself is amazing.
Yeah, so it's for its age and considering it's set outside its entire life, it's pretty remarkable the kind of shape it's in. The gauges, I mean, even the gauges are
yeah, those gauges look fantastic.
Nearly flawless. Little polishing on the glass and they'll be like new.
Mm-hmm. And like your dad was showing in the last video, even the windshield opens up flawlessly.
It works perfectly.
So, what's your plan for the interior and for the exterior?
For the
color-wise
interior,
for now.
Color-wise, we're going to be going a dark copper brown.
Nice.
Car. So that's going to be the color. Interior-wise, it'll be a darker tan color. So
cool. That'll
be down the road. For now, I'll probably be running primer for a little while I shake things down and save my money. But eventually it'll be coppery brown with wire wheels.
Very
kind
nice.
of early 70s street rod style, very traditional look. So that's what we're going for. We're going to be a family car. We're going to be all over the country in it. So it'll be AC.
Oh yeah.
Four-wheel disc brakes. We're going to go all the way.
All the modern safety amenities.
All the modern safety, so the wife can drive it and we can be safe with the kids on the road.
Awesome. Now, you saying you found something interesting on the with the VIN?
Yeah, so I found the original VIN still on the firewall, still legible. So I decoded that, and this was a DR. They call it a DRXX model, which was in 1934. That was the base model for Dodge. So it was only $20 cheaper than the deluxe model, and the only difference was the grill shell was painted. It did not have safety glass, and it did not have pinstripes. So that's the only difference between this one and the deluxe model. Come with a factory screaming 79 horsepower. So in the day, which is a pretty heavy motor. So 201 cubic inch, 6-cylinder. So
flat six, if anybody didn't see that before.
That's right.
Very cool.
For the day, it was a pretty peppy little car.
I've always loved the vehicles of this era. The styling. There's just nothing else like it.
There's nothing like it. There was really a lot of incredible craftsmanship involved in these cars.
And for this to have the double suicide doors is awesome.
Yeah, and the big deal in the day was it had the and you can actually see it right here. It had the heavier steel frame, which was a big deal for safety in the day.
So less twist and more rigid.
That's right.
One thing I pointed out when I saw it first was that it still had that Dodge all steel body little nameplate on there. That's just held on there with flathead screws.
And as you can see, can't be many cars like this around. The hand crank still in the grill shell. So that's a pretty cool item that I'll hang on the wall.
Very cool. Another cool touch would be if you made a mount for it right behind it with your modern motor to make it look like it's still a hand crank.
Yeah.
Or if anything else, to hang that one on the wall and make one just to look like it.
Just the fact that it survived this long, sitting outside, and when we found the car, or we didn't find the car, but when we went to get the car, it was still sitting there just like that. So that's pretty remarkable.
That's something else. Well, while we're here, you want to do a little
sure.
info on your truck here?
Sure. This is my 48 Chevrolet pickup. This is my first car. We finished it in '98, so 22 years. I drove it to high school. Me and my wife went on our first date in it. So it's been around. It's got probably a good 100,000 miles on it over the years. I just freshened it up. Fresh upholstery. Put a fresh small block in it. We didn't repaint the whole truck, but we did touch it up and re-clear it.
Yeah, you had this thing apart for a good while, didn't you?
Yeah, it was apart for about 2.5 years. What was going to be a motor swap turned into a new wiring harness, paint, touch up, new interior, everything. So it ended up being down a little longer, but it come out good.
Oh yeah.
It needed it. It had been I don't want to say it had been rode hard, but it had seen a lot of miles. And it was time for a freshening
yeah,
up.
it just needed a little bit of freshening up.
Mikey Brown of Mikey's Custom Upholstery in Deputy, Indiana. He did all the interior. He is incredible.
Yes, beautiful interior.
So he's incredible. I just dropped it off with him. Said I wanted early '60s traditional upholstery and go with it. Do what he wanted, and he nailed it. So
cool. One thing I wanted to ask you on that Dodge. I know with y'all usually have names for your vehicles.
Yep.
Have you picked out a name yet for that one?
It's gonna be named Trudy.
Trudy?
Trudy is gonna be the name for the Dodge.
There you go.
Which comes from a classic Charlie Daniels song, and it just fits the car. So
cool.
That's gonna be the name, and we're hoping if all goes well by the end of next year, maybe next fall. Won't be finished, but
at least be able to enjoy it.
Be on the road doing some shakedown runs around town.
There you go.
We're hoping for. I just picked up my small block. It's sitting on the floor over there. It'll be going in it.
Cool.
Little stock 305, so it'll be just right.
There you go. One thing I marveled at when I saw it was that it has independent front suspension.
Yes.
For a 1934.
Right.
It has independent front suspension. That must have been way ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time. It was.
I can only imagine how this car handles.
Right. Yeah.
Just like it sits.
I would imagine it was a really good handling car. That's one thing people don't realize about Dodge. Back in the day, they were very innovative.
Always loved that Dodge Brothers logo.
Even the little footrest, in the 30s, most cars had a footrest for the ladies in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still
oh, that's a footrest.
still operates perfectly.
Oh, wow.
You can flip it back out of the way.
I didn't realize that was a footrest.
Right.
I thought that was like something, a seat bracket or something.
Right.
That's cool.
So yeah, it still works perfectly.
That's awesome. Wow. All right, well, there it is. There's the update on the 1934 Dodge. We'll definitely have an update when he gets this thing on the road, doing the shakedown runs as he starts to trust it more. Maybe we'll even go for a ride in it. Maybe. But there it is. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.